This guy had a bunch of bad driving habits. He chain smoked with the windows up, filling the car with smoke. He'd constantly turn around to chat, completely ignoring the road ahead. So much that his boss in the back kept freaking out. Halfway through the drive, Tony pulled over to use the bathroom. But after a few steps, he suddenly turned back to grab his wallet. That small instinctive move deeply offended Dr. Shirley. Later that night at the hotel, Shirley sat alone on the balcony with a glass of wine. Elegant, but undeniably lonely. Tony started to notice that Shirley wasn't like any other black man he'd ever met. The next day, Shirley laid it out clearly. They'd be needing high society folks. The rich, the educated, the polished. He needed Tony to act accordingly. But Tony thought that was too much. So he decided to just wait outside by the door. Shirley's standards were high, his rules even stricter. But when his fingers touched the piano keys, his music instantly won over everyone. Even Tony, who had zero clue about classical music. After the performance, Tony was found on the ground gambling with a bunch of black workers. Shirley was furious. That night, Tony kept his promise and wrote to his wife. For the first time, he actually praised Shirley as a genius. The words were filled with genuine admiration. The next day, they hit the road again. At a small roadside store, Tony noticed some pretty stones on sale. One had fallen to the floor, so he casually picked it up. But one of the band members saw him and told Shirley. Shirley called it stealing. Tony disagreed. To him, it was just a rock lying around. They ended up having a big argument. Eventually, Tony reluctantly put the stone back. Soon they arrived at the next concert venue. Tony, per Shirley's request, showed up early to check the piano, only to find a beat-up old thing covered in trash. Definitely not the Steinway they were promised. He went straight to the organizer to complain, but got nothing but attitude in return. After some friendly persuasion, the guy quickly realized Tony meant business. Somewhere along the way, Tony stopped doing this job just for the money. He genuinely wanted to hear Shirley play, and he wasn't going to let anything mess that up. Want to see what happens next? Stay tuned. The next part of the story is coming soon.